How y'all doing? Y'all excited? Y'all not excited? Y'all excited out there? Hey, listen. Thank you, team. Keep coming. Y'all keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Here's what I always do when I get an opportunity. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Just keep coming. I always want you to see that it's never about me. Never. It never has been. But it's about this hierarchy. Y'all keep coming across the front, keep coming. The other thing I want you to see is what you want to build. Because listen, something great can happen in your business if you go find a bunch of people that want to be great. Are you with me? Are y'all with me? Another thing I wanted you to see, a great man just introduced me, and let me tell you a couple of things he's got a distinction about, one that's already been done and one that we are working on. Mike and Regina Evans is the first senior national sales director that is African American, that has an African American senior national sales director, and that's because of the people you see in front of you. And we're excited about that. We really are. Y'all do me a favor. I can't see my time. It's down there below. Thank you. Here's what we're working on next. In about 60 days, Mike and Regina Evans are going to become million-dollar earners. I said Mike and Regina Evans, in the next 60 days, are going to become million-dollar earners. And then we're going to work on having an African-American million-dollar earner that has an African-American million-dollar earner because of the people that you see in front of you. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not Collis Temple. I'm not Tanya Poe. Even the great Mika Saunders that's in our organization right now. That wasn't my story. That wasn't my journey here. And to be quite honest with most of you, it's not going to be yours either. You see, my journey was built upon pain that I turned to passion so that I could get paid. Again, in review, for those of you that are asleep, I dealt with some pain that I personally turned into passion that allowed me to get paid. You see, I wasn't an overnight success. I joined this business 20 years ago. I was 23 years old. I was a kid. Thought I knew it all. Thought I was going to do something great in a very short period of time. Well, after I moved to Chicago, because I joined in 1997, I was not promoted to regional vice president until 2002. In 2003, blowing and going, 10 full-time agents, $30,000 base shop, making $8,000 to $10,000 every single month in residual income. I had 7 full-time agents quit. I went from $10,000 a month to $2,000. My office rent was $1,800. I called that year, 2003, the payday loan year, because that's how I was making it. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you that whatever you're going through, it turns out all right. You see, in 2003, along that year, after I lost those people, right? And it was said a little earlier today, and I ain't saying this is going to be your journey. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is that it turns around if you don't quit. Just like Jeff, they wasn't the same cars, but we had 2 cars repossessed. It's a hierarchy curse, I guess. We had a house foreclosed on. We lost an infant child. I was paralyzed in my office. Got dressed every day, showed up every day, and couldn't get myself to make a telephone call, to do something special for my family. But I turned that pain into passion so that I could get paid. You see what happened? I turned it around, right? I rebuilt again. I said I was never going to allow my organization to be based on a few people. I created the philosophy that I was going to put 100 people in a room. You want to write something down? You want to do something great here? Get 100 people to the room. A room in your local office. And then get 100 people to the national conference. And let the national conference do what it's supposed to do. Here's what I know. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't motivating enough to move an organization of people. So what I did unknowingly to them is I partnered up with some people better than me. We call that the African American Leadership Council. And I put my people in front of those people that you see right there. You see, Joe Ward ain't never thought that he was so great. And I do great things. Yes, I made $75,000 last month, but I ain't come nowhere near building what John Lennon built, what Ivan Earl built, what Sam Shepard built, what Charles Whitener built, the $1 million earners today. I don't put myself on that Mount Rushmore of African American leaders. I don't have that number of regional vice presidents, but here's what I knew. All I had to do was get my people in front of them. Yeah, I didn't have the money. Yeah, we had rooms where there was 7 and 8 of us in one room. Yes, at my very first national convention I ever went to at Primerica, I bought a bag of oranges and I ate oranges in the sessions so that I could do something great with my life. You can't say to yourself that you ain't got what it takes when there's so many of us that have come before you who have dealt with the exact same things. But let me tell you what we didn't do. We didn't whine, we didn't moan, and we didn't quit. Is this going to be your last national conference, or is this going to be the one that you look back on and say to yourself, that was the one? That was the one where I decided I was going to make a change. I went online. I got my package. We don't profit from you coming to this meeting other than the fact that we want to see more people of color to continue this domination that we have right now. But the journey will not be complete until you join